You're so bendy. You're so bendy. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gyatt podcast. This is our second time filming this video because the first time we trailed off so horribly that we actually ended up filming an 88-minute video.
So, school is coming up in 2 weeks for us, and we have a little bit of some school stories we would like to share.
We're basically going to talk about school, but it's
Yeah.
not going to be boring, okay? Okay, we're going to first talk about this girl. This girl in 8th grade called me smelly. And then she followed me on TikTok and asked me to do her nails. Like, you just called me smelly and now you want me to do your nails?
I just thought. So there was this girl that me and my best friend, were also best friends with. We were like a trio. Trios never work. Okay, we got it. Okay, so we're gonna call this girl Narcissist. So basically, we became friends with her. She had a little bit of a problem. She smoked weed and vaped and did other stuff. And there's just a lot of things about her. She was a liar, and the more that we like hung out with her, the more we were like, okay. We would be like talking about how we would live in a castle and have like a Pegasus or something, and then out of nowhere she would be like, guys, my mom's yelling at me right now because I dropped the blueberries from the top of the fridge and now I have to pick them up, and now she's screaming at me, and my grandma has to help me pick them up with her arthritis hands. Just say you picked up the blueberries. You don't have to put out a whole freaking story. And she also told us a bunch of weird stuff. She also lied about therapists. Like, she said she didn't have a therapist and the schools failed her. We tried to help her get a therapist, but then she was like, no, don't help. And then she said that she actually has a therapist and she's had a therapist for a year. And then she said that she had 6 therapists that never helped her and she didn't have a therapist anymore.
Something so little would just like make her cry like all the time. Like, I remember I had French with her in 7th grade, and I remember she like lost a blanket and she like got so upset, and she was so upset she was like had to leave the classroom and was like crying. And I remember, I think that happened like in health last year too.
Yeah. One time this guy closed the door on her in class. She bust down the door and she was screaming, and she was like, she was cussing him out, and she was making a big scene, and then she just like came over to sit at our table, and we were just like, oh, you okay? But also, we lost so much freaking aura from being near her after she just crashed out in front of the whole class, and she was like, stop laughing. And then she was proud of it too. Like, after we left the class, she found her friend and she was like, yeah, I did that. And we were just like, yeah.
Should I talk about how I called the police on someone?
Oh, yeah.
First thing, this coming up school year, I'm not tolerating anybody joking about guns. I called the police on a kid in 7th grade because he texted me on Snapchat and he said, you better not come to school tomorrow. And I said, why? And he sent me a picture of his Bitmoji with a gun. And I was like, oh, okay. And he said, relax, I'm not gonna shoot anybody. That's the biggest sign that you're definitely shooting people.
Yeah.
So basically, I told this girl, and she told her mom, and her mom told my mom, and then my mom called the police, and we called the school, and he only got OSS for like a couple weeks, and he knew that it was me that called the police on him. He also was one of my partners in health class last year, but he literally did none of his work So I didn't even have to like talk with him at all, because he got suspended all the time. But I told the school like about 2 other kids about talking about bringing a gun to school. So don't mess with me. I will call the police. I'm not scared. It's not funny. I'm not joking about this anymore. Call me dramatic, call me weird, but I'm not joking about it anymore. I also look at everybody as a threat. So when I see someone, I'll say, ooh, he looks like he could bring a gun to school.
Yeah, you never know.
And schools are not safe at all.
Especially our schools. Really not.
Oh, yeah. But you guys, if somebody jokes about that, say something. No one has to know that it's you, but you could be hurting a lot of people. And it never hurts. It never hurts.
Oh no. But cuz like at our school, I don't know why so many people have a problem with my race. It is so weird.
There's a lot. We unfortunately live in a very red state and a very red county or city.
Yeah. But
We don't like Trump.
Not Trumpy. Anyways, but next year is hopefully gonna be different.
Hope it's gonna be better.
We have our school fears and what we're excited for school next year. My worst fear for next year is probably seeing the people that were very weird and I didn't like them last year. Especially my freaking Japanese class, because I don't know why people can't just go to a class just to learn a language. They have to have a fetish of something. I mean, I know Japan is a little bit of a weird country, okay? Like, the people are a bit weird. Yeah, I'm really scared for that. Do you have any fears?
My fear is the school getting shot up.
Yeah.
No, but I'm kind of excited just because I think like starting a new school year is always fun. Only for like the first week or two, but after that, I'm done. One of my other fears is gonna be Two Truths and a Lie. I hate those so much because I literally like, it's literally so annoying because it's like I don't have that much interesting about me.
Yeah.
I was born in a different country, but I'm completely American, unfortunately. That's the only thing I have for that. And it's like, that doesn't say anything about me, really. I'm also scared for telling people that I go by Alex. Those are one of my biggest fears, is being like, oh, I go by Alex.
My biggest fear is definitely having to correct people with my name. It's really not that hard because everyone always pronounces it as Aaliyah. You are literally so dumb. It's literally Ellie with an A at the end. Ellia. Ellia. Not Aaliyah. Okay, less on the But it's literally the easiest name ever. It's spelled just like how it sounds, Elia. And I really don't like having to correct people for that. So
I'm scared for PE this year because I have to take PE this year because I failed
it's not bad.
summer school PE.
Well, actually, it's gonna be bad for you. No, because you're gonna have a different teacher. You're probably gonna have Miss Wetzel.
What's a pretzel?
Yeah, Wetzel. But I had this coach. I think he was a basketball coach.
Was it
Chitty.
Mr.
Chitty. I had Mr. Chitty.
Chitty?
I loved him so much. He was so fun. He loved me. We were like besties.
Do you know?
I'm just really scared for school next year because the freshmen are going to be terrible. I know that for a fact.
Way too many druggies this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm spitting my gum out.
Every single year, there's more druggies. There's so many freaking druggies.
I have a message for the druggies that sit in the bathroom all the time. Please get out of there. Please get out of there. There are so many people that have to go pee. And you are always really... Not always. You're usually really, really mean and make fun of people all the time. So if I try to go pee into that bathroom, there's humongous cracks in the stalls. So you will be making fun of me in there. And please get out of there. Go smoke somewhere else. Go to the other bathroom down the hallway.
No, they
get
take
out
up
of the
all
one in the
bathrooms.
lunchroom.
They literally take up all the bathrooms too.
Do they do?
Sometimes people
all of them
knock
need
on
to
other
go.
people's stalls. Like, while someone's trying to, like, pee peacefully. Like, some people just, like, decide to, they don't do this all the time, but I saw someone do this. They were, like, messing with the stall that someone was in and just being really disrespectful and annoying. Like, they're just trying to go to the bathroom while you're, like, harassing them.
Exactly.
Like, leave these people alone.
Like, you already get your smoke in the bathroom and then just, like, leave so that I have time to, like, be able to go pee. You know?
It's just really annoying.
It doesn't take that long to take a smoke.
Yeah.
Get a couple hits and then, like, let me be.
Or just, like, leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for seeing our friends and coming to school with longer lashes than I had before.
I can't wait for my acne to be clear.
I can't wait for the acne that's going to come on my face once I enter the building.
Something about school air is so toxic. It's toxic extremely mentally, but also physically on your skin. Crazy breakouts. It triggers eczema that I never knew I had. It gives me dry skin. I bring lotion to school. Because it's so bad. My skin looks a little clear because I accidentally left on my, were you gonna take it? I thought you were like handing it back. Because I accidentally left my benzoyl peroxide cream on my face for a really long time, like a whole entire day, instead of just overnight. But I just didn't put it on last night to, like, even it out.
Yeah. My theory why school air, ruins your face and your acne is because they don't open the windows. Because I found out that, like, your air, like, even your home air is polluted, and you have to open your windows, like, from time to time, to switch out the air. Because, obviously, it's nasty. You're living in it. So, especially when it's school air, it's a big freaking building with...
And there's stinky people who don't take showers or put deodorant on.
Yeah, so that kind of worsens it. And, like, they never open the windows. At least in our school, they don't really open the windows. And sure, there's, like, vents, but that's not switching out the air.
Yeah, it doesn't take the other air out.
So, like, you're stuck in a school with, like, 1,000 stinky people. And with people that, like, just don't take showers, and just, like, really disgusting people in general. And... the mucky air, like, gets in your pores, and then you get acne.
Yeah. Something else, I'm so sick of teachers who are so annoying about phones. Like, when teachers automatically put your phone in a phone caddy on the first day, it sets the teacher up for failure. You're automatically not trusting your students. You're giving us absolutely no chance to redeem ourselves. You're not even seeing if we're like those kids who go on their phones all the time. I like it when teachers, like, I understand the phone caddies. I understand why, but it's so stupid. And the reason students are always on their phones is because they don't like you.
And you're not, like, entertaining.
Exactly. Like, we don't like you, so we go on our phones. If you want students to like you, give them a chance to be on their phones and be a good teacher. And something else is when teachers don't let you go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
This is something way more important than the phones. When you deny a student the privilege to go to the bathroom, you need to, like, you're horrible. Like, yes, there's way too many kids that go to the bathroom and just skip class in there. And here's a message to you. Please stop because I actually really have to pee. But I have a pee schedule and a lot of other people have a pee schedule. And when you interfere with that pee schedule, it's not okay. And if a teacher does that this year, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. It's literally, I can't deal with it. It's so horrible. Like, this is literally why you're so confused on why students don't like you. It's the fact that you are so annoying about the phones and don't let kids go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
There was this one time where I was on my period, and it was literally it was in freshman year. It was the first year, no, first year, yeah. It was like the first few weeks of high school. And I was wearing my white shorts.
Oh.
And if you're like, well, why did you wear white shorts when you're on your period? Well, like, usually my period is not heavy. And so I was like, you know what, it's fine. So I wore white shorts because it matched better with my sweater. So not even like first period, I like got up to like turn in an assignment, and I got up in front of the whole class. No one told me, but there was blood all over my butt. Completely. And I had to, like, this guy saw, and he was just staring at me, and he was just like,
ew.
I was like, oh, okay. So I had to ask my teacher to like go to the bathroom. She was like, say it in Japanese, and I was like, girl, I'm not saying it in Japanese. Let me go to the bathroom. It's a freaking emergency. Look at my butt. And she was like, oh, okay, then go to the restroom. So I went, and mind you, my freaking like crush at the time, he was in that class. So it was so freaking embarrassing that my butt was covered in blood. So thank the Lord though that I had an extra pair of shorts, and that like the class was very small, like 12 people in there. But it was so freaking embarrassing. But yeah.
Sorry, I like poked you. I also hate the people who make fun of periods or like
A freaking deer
like
is.
oh my god, enough with, what even is a period?
I don't
Are they
know.
actually serious about that? That's my question. But people who are like, I just can't. And especially like right now, like your period is not regular until 3 to 4 years after your first period. And either way, I'm pretty sure only like 20% of women's periods are regular after the 3 to 4 years. And then like my periods are so irregular.
Yeah, me too.
And like I finally noticed some signs, but I usually go to the bathroom like if I can tell that my period's supposed to be coming, I will go to the bathroom multiple times a day just to check. And I just hate teachers who don't let you do that.
Just say it's an emergency, because that's what I did.
I need to do that at this point.
Yeah, I, like, whenever I would be scared that my period would be coming up, I would ask my teacher to go to the bathroom, and they were like, no. I would just say it's an emergency, so then I could just go.
And why do you have to say it's an emergency? Like, just let me go.
Yeah.
Just let me go. I'm gonna tell you it's an emergency anyway.
Someone told me that there was this guy, and he liked me, and he's actually pretty attractive, yeah, but he's very bony and kind of like my height, so I was, well, like, usually that's not a problem for me, because I honestly don't care, as long as you, like, we, like, can talk, like, you're committing, like, to, like, the talk or whatever.
Oh, I was thinking, like, you can, like, talk, like, level.
No, but like if you can make me laugh, that's fine, okay? Not in like a nervous way, but like you're genuinely funny and like whatever, and like you like talking. But and if you're also attractive, okay, you gotta be the full freaking package. It can't be just like, okay. But anyways, I was like, oh, okay. And then my friend was like, wait, you probably shouldn't because I've heard a lot of bad stuff about him. He's actually a weirdo. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, first of all, I wasn't gonna, like, do anything anyways. I was probably just gonna ignore him, like I did. And I would notice he would become more, like, noticeable. Like, I would see him everywhere. But yeah, it was pretty weird. He would, like, I would see him everywhere. I would see him in the hallways. He learned my lunch schedule.
Ew.
And stuff. And
Oh, my foot.
I didn't have any classes with him. I only had one lunch with him. That's it, because we have A days and B days.
Block scheduling.
Yeah, block scheduling. Like, I didn't have anything with him. I only knew him from elementary school, but we never talked. I just know him from elementary school, and that's it. So there's this thing where he would, like, if he were dating somebody, and they were like, I want to break up with you, and he's like, no, wait, I'm gonna kill myself. So, yeah, like, one time, like, it was the last days of school, and I was... there's this place in our school called the common area or whatever, and like it's basically just couches and whatever. We were sitting there, and there's like stairs, and it leads to like the hallway that also leads to the cafeteria. And there's like a vending machine right there. I was getting up and I look over, and guess who I saw that was peeking like behind the vending machine? He wasn't even being sneaky about it. Like, he was just peeking his head.
That's so weird.
I know. And once I saw him, he walked away. And my friend, like, I was like, oh my god, he's literally right there. And me and my friend, we were walking to the cafeteria, and he was like he was ahead of us. And she would keep saying, oh yeah, there's your friend. And it was just so... I was like, oh my god, stop. Because, like, no. 0 out of 10 experience. Because he was just really weird. And, yeah, I just didn't like him. Like, last year, I just struggled with, like, a lot of boy problems because they were so weird. I was just a weird magnet. Like, and plus, they were all friends, too. So, like, it was just...
Should we talk about that guy that you...
There was this guy that I was talking to. We went on 3 dates. Yeah, like, we were talking for about a month. And then I noticed he was becoming a little bit distant. And then I was talking to my friend about the guy. And she was like, oh, yeah, he has a girlfriend. But then my friend also told me, my other friend was like, oh yeah, I heard his friend talking about him talking to 2 girls at the same time and how it's aura.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, okay. So
that's embarrassing.
He started acting distant and talking more dry. And he stopped sharing his location with me, so I blocked him and then unfollowed him and everything, because I was just like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna get it over with. So yeah, and also I had like classes with him too, so it was very awkward. And then in my class, like, he was in my Japanese class, and he was also kind of like friends with this other guy, and the other guy liked me at the same time. And then he would keep asking for my number, or his like friends would be like, hey, he wants your number or something, or can he have your number? And like when it was around, I think, Thanksgiving time or fall break, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be a bit generous today and give him my number for fun, I guess. I don't know, because like I just genuinely wanted to be like friends with somebody new. And he was very easy to talk to, so I was like, okay, sure. So we would just text. I was like texting him, and I have this friend, and she and I went to PA together, and she was like, hey, so are you talking to him? And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, he said that he was like talking to some girl named Ellias. And I was like, what? We didn't, because like In my experience, you're supposed to ask before telling people that. And the thing is that he didn't know that she was my friend, so he was just going around telling people that we were talking. And also, like, when we would text, he would be a little bit too flirty, and I would be like, okay, stop. And then there was this one time where he gave me a list of 10 things you want for Christmas, 5 pricey, 5 cheap. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I'm super sure. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay, because don't be mad at me if I reject you and you're like, well, I gave you 10 things for Christmas. I told him to not do it, and he was like, oh, okay, and stuff like that. And then, like, a week later, I feel like, he texted me, and he was like, hey, so I developed feelings for you recently. And I was like, recently? Does recently mean, like, the span of 7 months? Because someone told me that you've liked me since the beginning of school. So he said, you don't have to reply. So, you know, I really took that, like, and didn't reply. And it was still during school. Like, he texted me that during lunchtime, and then after was my class, and I just didn't reply. And he texted me again, and he was like, oh, I'm in, like, whatever class. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm in biology. So, like, I basically just ignored his confession, and then I did ghosted him. And then, do you know, he was in my Japanese class, and he was generally so weird. Like, his blocket names were, like, people's body parts or something. Like, it was, like, Taylor's Dit, or, like, whatever. Like,
Little Papa did.
It was just so freaking weird. He was so weird, and everyone was like, who put that? And I would see him, I would turn to look at him, like, I would just be like, knowing that it was him, because he was in my other classes, and I knew how weird he was just by him sitting near me. He would just be, like, laughing and be like, like, I know it's you. But he was just so freaking weird, and he would literally be, like, bending over to see what we're doing. Like, he would just be, like hovering over our shoulder to see what we're freaking doing, and what me and my friend were doing, and he was just so weird, and we were like, okay, please back up. And he was just so weird. Like, the people that at our school are so weird, and, like, I feel like, yeah, our school is just full of weird, and, like, our school is so ghetto, and so ghetto.
But there's only the white people that are ghetto.
Yeah. Like, there's so many white people at our school. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of white people, but, like, there's no diversity, I feel like.
There's just too many Trumpies, and all Trumpies are racist. So there's a lot of racists at our school.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be it for the Gyatt podcast. See you next time.
The Gyatt podcast signing off.
Just that dude.